I don't have a beer, but that's all.
Subtitles, J-Dog back. And look who we got again, goddammit. Flowing all the way in from Deutschland. Fucking, but this time in goddamn Cleveland, here at Dead by Dog Volume 1, which I told you guys, we're down at the Hells fucking warehouse. And this time we got all fucking 5 guys. This time JP isn't eating on drums. I don't know what the fuck he was doing last time. Chris was getting lap dances or something by the attic goddamn...
By the Rotting Christ guys, actually. Rotting
Christ guys. Oh, yeah. You better. He had dudes giving him lap dances. And you guys remember Max.
Right.
And then we got Tim on guitar. And Cagliostro on fucking vocals. But he's going to be doing the least amount of talking because he says he's got to preserve that voice and he's tired of talking to me. We did 2-part video Zoom. And he talked to me last time. He's already burned out on my ass. So he's going to do the least amount of goddamn talking. So I guess the first guys I'll hit up, whoever actually wants to answer this, because you got to ask, and I didn't ask the first time, and I think it's kind of an obvious question, but people ask on the channel too, I guess you're haters when they talk about it, is the name Attic. It's kind of obvious it probably came from something Fatal Portrait-wise, Kick Down a Fatal Portrait, lyric-wise. Who came up with the name and why for the reason? Because other people are like, yeah, Attic, oh, that's kind of a stupid name. I got a new band and going to call it Basement. Like, what do you guys' take and whose idea was it? Who has the answer to that?
I think that
normally I'm so used to answer always.
Give me your microphone. Yeah. Share yours. You're gonna have to share it with them.
Yes, we share. Yeah, yes, of course.
Yeah.
No, it's what was it? Yeah, okay.
Who came up with the name and why?
It's so many years ago. I can really remember the circumstances, but Meister Cagliostro or me came up with the name because of horror movies. Not especially the Fatal Portrait album. We thought about horror film trailer, especially from the 70s or 80s.
Changeling?
The Changeling, a great film, where it's forbidden to go up to the attic because something is there. And I don't know, we got stuck with the idea and
it's a spooky place and Basement sounds like shit, so that's not a good band name.
Yeah, that became the name.
So I always thought, so the Fatal Portrait says in the attic. I thought it came from that. I think that's what everyone thought too. No. Shit, okay.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah, see? Yeah, so I'm not a complete idiot. Okay. And then 2 guys that never got the thing on camera. They were ducking the goddamn dog. You got Christopher and JP. I guess, Chris, the only thing you're not on is the demo, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So how did I guess what happened to the original guy, and why did you join, and how did you know these guys beforehand? Friends?
We're not allowed to talk to what happened to the original guy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, without a lawyer. No, actually, it was I don't know. The band was in the founding and finding process, I think, and somehow, I mean, he still. We see him rarely, but he's still a good friend of ours. But still, it's one day he couldn't make it to a show, I think, something like that, and I was about to be a replacement. Kate wrote to me, and after that, I don't know, the circumstances were like it's turning out better when there is a lineup change. So the guys asked me, like, after my replacement job, if I can do another replacement, I think something like that. And it was really quick after that they asked, okay, look, we're gonna change some lineup guy. Oh, not some, actually, he was only on the bass guitar. So they asked me if I want to join, and I was jumping like all over and super happy about it because I was actually a fan from the first second. I saw the first Attic show as a fan because Kate and Rob back then, who was the guitar player, they were good friends already, and I was really excited about being part of the band and being part of the lineup, being a little bit of a part of the writing process for the first album, but most of the songs were already written. So it was just like, I think, as I said it before, like in the finding and founding process, like where you have lineup changes all over the place most often. It just happened, and I was lucky to be on the first album. So like today, when people come up to you and say, like, only the people who are on this album, on that demo, it's only the demo I'm not allowed to sign, but the rest is it's cool to be part since 2000, I think beginning of 2012. Okay. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so the only thing I don't own, again, to date, is the goddamn demo. I don't own the CD, I don't own the LP. I bought the LP like a little under a year ago on Discogs for $110. that never arrived, and it was just tough luck, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, honestly, even I don't have it.
Yeah.
I got the CD version from the guys when I joined, but the LP version, same here.
But it's only like
Guys,
That sounds
you
like
have to earn it.
that sounds like it needs a Hells Headbangers repress. Just saying, wink, wink, wink. In case you want to repress. Yeah, I don't know, and I want both. I want the CD and the vinyl. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's
Tape and the picture disc.
picture disc would be nice, but you guys, you bashed my picture disc idea. I left that fucking Texas Eeyore style. Oh man, I was hoping to get some picture disc, but never mind. They said the picture disc suck.
Maybe sometime.
We will make an exception for you.
Dude, they clean as hell. You ever see my picture disc wall? I got my picture disc wall in my home office. And you know where I got that idea actually from? Most people don't know, so I guess it's a little fun fact. As a big fan I am, is you guys like the band from Japan, Metal Lucifer?
Yes.
Yeah, I love those guys. And the back, behind that cheesy ass chainsaw guy, there's all the heavy metal LPs. Yeah. So I just was doing that in my old home office. My first, I had a big red wall, and I started covering my picture disc. But I was inspired by it. And with picture, I was like, it looks fucking awesome. You know?
It looks good on the wall.
Yeah. So they go on to you, JP. You're on the just the last two albums, on Sanctimonious,
Yeah,
Amateur
exactly.
Rich Finder.
I joined in 2013 at the end of the year. I missed out on a couple of great festivals the guys played, unfortunately, but yeah. So that recording second and third album, and since then I'm pretty happy to be part of this. It's been quite a wild ride, and lots of shows, lots of tours.
Do you are you guys allowed to talk about the previous drummer, why he left, or he's no go too?
And,
Okay, all right, now.
well, I don't know that much about it, but
So you didn't know. I didn't know how well you knew any of the guys prior to joining the band. Like,
no, I know all of the members that were before me, but I met Roman maybe twice.
well, how did the position get offered to you then? Like, did you like they hit you up? We needed like what made them think
No,
of you? They hadn't been a
actually,
reason.
that's quite a nice story. One of my best friends wrote to me a message and just sent me the flyer that the guys put out, a flyer post thingy for, we are looking for a new drummer. And he was like, here, go to those guys, apply there. And basically, I read the name on some flyers and posters before, and I didn't really knew the band. But then I listened to it. Just that friend has pretty good taste, and I was listening to it. And damn, that sounds great. And I was a little bit juggling around. And then I just wrote to the Facebook page from the guys, like, hey, what are you looking for in a drummer? And then Kato was actually answering like, a huge message that like, just learn this song and we gonna meet up to try out. And we're like, okay, I guess I'm in. So then I just learned the song. It was the invocation. Met up with the guys in not in their own rehearsal room. It was a friend's place, and we went over the song a couple of times. And they saw that I could play it. And then a little bit later, the guys asked me to sit down, have some beers together, and basically just checking if I fit socially wise into the band, and
anti-social wise.
Yeah, and basically after I don't know how many beers, the guys disappeared into the kitchen of Katte's old flat and returned after a couple of minutes. And then they basically offered the position. And,
Now, because you moved ever since from Germany. And when you guys, you're moving, did that become like, we brought that up, like you guys were thinking, oh shit, this might be a problem, this might not work out for like staying in the band? Because I assume you, obviously, since you're still in it, you wanted to stay, you wanted to make it work. Was that a questionable, like, oh shit, that might be done now that I'm moving?
Yeah, that was worrying me for quite some time, but on the other hand, everybody is working full time, and it is pretty hard to get 5 people down to rehearse anyway, and we are relying heavily on practicing on our own anyway, and songwriting, a lot of using programs like Guitar Pro or proper recording software anyway. And so, okay, let's see if this works, and so far, fortunately it works. It has its downsides, of course, and especially with moving to another country, a lot of unforeseen stuff can happen, and there was a lot of, I couldn't make it to rehearsals, but thankfully the guys were bearing with me still, and it's a lot of work to keep up with everything, but so far it's going good, and I think it will be even smoother now. Got like a new apartment which I'm moving into right now. I'm stopping everything to just be here right now, and gonna move until the end of the month basically, and then it should be a little bit more calm, so I can go down more into rehearse properly. But yeah, I've been playing with the guys for so long that most of the songs, we don't need to think about it.
Yeah.
It's just muscle memory, and it just happens. And
what about the writing process? I mean, I know you guys aren't the fastest at writing stuff,
No,
but in a way, that's almost kind of a good thing, because some bands are pumping stuff out too fast, and it's like, it's too much almost to remember. You know what I mean? To keep track of. But in the writing process now, I guess who does enjoy the writing? Like comes up with this idea of structure. Is it mostly Tim or Mac?
It's both of us. Yeah, basically we come up with the guitar riff, like mostly written in Guitar Pro, and with some drum samples on it to get an idea how it should sound. And then Mario is having his hand over it. This is a verse, this is a chorus, this is a bridge, blah blah blah. And then we try to rearrange it and make it just.
So you do guitars first. You send them over to Cagliostro. Vocals, and then drums.
Yeah, then drums.
So then you'll kind of send what you have and then send it to JP and
to get a glimpse of the tempo. For example, we do drum tracks from. I copy it from our old songs.
I did a template file ages ago this is like really common things I usually play, so here just to copy it out, and then they can just throw something underneath it so we can get a better picture of it.
But it's the classic when a guitar player writes programs drums, so I always get shit from JP for it.
Most of the time he writes new stuff and didn't use any of our suggestions.
Yeah, but the template we use, the drum samples, he calls it like drum samples for idiots or something. He prepared for us.
So is it like mortician drum samples, drum machines?
It sounds a bit better. I don't want to say Mortician is bad, but you know what I mean.
See, they're a band that are a love-hate band. I can understand. Like I always say, a band like that, you either love them or you hate them. I mean, I just assume you guys would think it's. You guys are so professional. I assume you think it's absolute utter dog shit.
I think it's like many of my friends listen to them. But I love the samples. I love to listen to it, but I wouldn't sit down on the Sunday and now I want to listen to my T-shirt for 2 hours.
Sure.
It's fun for the jokes.
Oh man, it's a good thing you're not at my house then. We just got the TISH catalog going sometimes.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind. I would think it's fun, but So.
Yeah, but you guys never seen them because they never been.
No, I would love to, but.
Oh, so you would go if they came to Germany? You'd go to a show?
I would, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Because you seem to be, out of all the guys, could be wrong, you seem to like the most amount of death metal. Am I wrong on that? Or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then JP, you probably like the most black metal, or?
Yeah, originally I came from the black metal scene. I still listen to a lot of it. Not fully there anymore. It became more heavy. And if it's good music, it's good music, and I don't really care about genres that much. It just needs to be well played and interesting for me. Then I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah. Chris was saying he tried to get into death metal as a kid. Tried to buy a Butchered at Birth, but they kicked his ass and threw him out of the record store, right? Is that about how the story went?
Actually, I bought the Butchered at Birth. I went back to the bank to get some more money out, and then I went back to the record store and they were like, oh no, our boss sold it to you before, we're not gonna sell it to you because when your parents show up we're gonna be fucked. Because like back in the days, like the Butcher the Birth, Eaten Back to Life and the Tomb of the Mutilated, they all three were forbidden in Germany. It's like just started 10 years ago that they were allowed to even play live.
So they can now, they can play them?
They can now, but still the covers I think are like censored. Like Cannibal Corpse covers always have been censored.
Okay, put this way, if somebody was to wear a Butcher That Birth shirt in Germany walking around, what would they do?
Nah,
anything?
nothing.
Okay, so they're not going to get arrested or anything?
No, because most of the people don't know about it, but still they're not allowed to play or not, now they are, but they were not allowed to play or sell these albums. It started with the bleeding that they could sell it, but yeah, back in the days it was just like completely forbidden. And I actually wanted to have a Butcher the Birth shirt actually, and I was 15 something, I don't know. And proud as I was, I went up to my parents and said like, hey, yeah, I want to get one of these shirts. And my dad was like, what the fuck? Like, if you suggest such a thing one more time, I completely forbid you to listen to this music.
Because you feel it better, man. I had that shirt at 13, and I wore it in middle school, and yeah, I had to turn it inside out. They weren't a fan of it.
Yeah, my parents were really cool with it, but still, like, they were like, oh, we're afraid that you got like that the people judge you because of your clothing and blah blah. But it never happened. It was quite cool.
You should say, I want them to judge me. That way I know who I don't want to talk to. That's the way I see it. It weeds them out. It's like a deer crossing sign. It gets rid of them out of the way.
This happens from all by itself that nobody talks to you. I mean, it's just like you're the outlaw of everything there. But it was okay for me because yeah, as I said, like I didn't want to talk to them either, and the few people I had, it was cool.
But would you say, is it agreed? And I guess all you guys can say it, is Germany the metal capital of the world? Because like when I say like, it seems like if someone was to ask me, hey, what country do you think the most metal fans come from? I'd never been there, but I always got the vibe it was Germany.
I think there's so many bands coming from there that influenced, especially in the 80s, that influenced later on, like bands nowadays or bands from the 90s or the early 2000s. And I think yeah, I think it's one of the not one. I think it's the metal capital.
So
and
having
actually,
said that, like you going
from,
to school, was there tons of other metalheads?
I'm a bad example because the school where I was new when I went there, so I was always the oldest year. So I was actually the first metalhead of my school actually.
Okay.
But there came a few like after that. But it was about the time where everybody was like listening just to core Mermans and Slipknot stuff like that. When I was like already into Darkthrone and stuff like that. So it was different, but it was rarely back then. It became more, especially with all those emo core bands, blah blah. I wouldn't count them as metalheads, but I think in this age it's still like a lot of people didn't dare to listen to it because it was still like not common, and as a teenager you always want to be like part of something, especially when you're in that age it's difficult. So I was not one of those, so I listened to it. But on the other hand, like it's not only where we come from, it's not only the metal capital as a country, it's as an area. Like we were asked today a lot of times, like where do you come from? We said like from Essen and everything. That's where bands like Sodom Creator came from. I don't know, Grave Digger, but I don't know. Destruction, yeah, but it's not our area. It's Germany, but not especially.
What about like Assassin and Protector and
Assassin came from Düsseldorf. It was like a lot of stuff going on, like back in the days when thrash metal and everything was invented. It all started there. So actually, the scene always stayed more or less like the same. I would say, like from the 80s on, you still got the people like that run around there like exactly the same. We've been maybe some kind when we were in our 20s, some kind of those people, but it's still like living like in the 80s there sometimes. And actually from I would say the biggest bands not, but like the middle big band, every tour is actually coming through our area. If not in Essen, then it's maybe in, I don't know, in Bochum or Oberhausen, or if you want to go a little bit further, like Düsseldorf or Cologne, which is like maybe 50, 70 kilometers away, which is not that much. But actually, if you want to see bands, it's best living there. And actually, we have few people coming from other countries. I was talking to a friend, like, just know her since a few months, but she came from Argentina. And I was like, why did you come from Argentina to our area? She said, yeah, because of the concerts. That's the thing why people are moving actually there. So yeah, basically to answer the question, I think we're more or less the capital for metal, for listening to metal and seeing shows and finding band members as well.
So if I was to go to Germany for a show, I'd be impressed, or I don't know. It said Patrick Iron Bonehead, man. He said Wacken. He said that's a fucking farmer poser fest.
Yeah, Wacken is not to compare with it, because Wacken you have like mainstream bands, of course, but a lot of experimental shit that comes from I don't know where, because they because they won the metal battle or something like this. It's as we said at the breakfast today, like for people coming from another country just wanting to witness it, it's cool to be there, but it's way too big. It's way too many people, too many bands, and it's way too expensive. I mean, as we told you, like if you get there late and you have a campground like on the other side of the festival grounds, you walk 45 to 60 minutes to see to the stages, and then you pay like 10 euros for a half a liter of beer, and another 10 euros for a fucking bread roll. It's it's something like that, and
it's a big cash grab.
It's like doing like holidays, but in a very uncomfortable way.
Better go to Disneyland. Just go to Disneyland.
Yeah,
you guys ever been to Disneyland?
I did when I was in London.
Oh, you didn't flew over here for Disneyland?
No, in Paris.
Yeah, in Paris.
Oh, I didn't even know they had one in Paris.
Yeah, they do.
They probably don't hold a candle to Orlando, right?
I can't compare.
Yeah. Maybe somebody will bring you in for fucking Florida, and you guys can go to Universal Studios and Disney after.
Yeah, let's go after the video.
Yeah, if you drive me down there. They were fucking busting my balls, man. I was telling them how good food is in Vegas. Like, what the fuck are we doing here then, asshole? Take us to Vegas. I was like, yeah, maybe next time,
It's only 2 days.
Yeah.
If you would put some effort in
guys
doing this here.
You're renting a car. Well, he's renting a car. You guys can get in the car, drive to fucking Vegas.
Yeah, maybe we should rebook the flights. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Fuck New York.
So you're flying back home from New York?
Yeah, we're flying back home from New York.
And who's all staying? You and
me and Katte and Max.
Okay.
We're staying.
Yeah, that's right. And then, so you two, Kat and Kelly, you guys are the only original members. Did you guys know, because I was talking about metalheads and high school shit, did you guys know each other as teenagers, or you met in adult years to start the band?
I don't know.
Should I tell the story?
Yeah,
I don't think so. Because the way I see it is like, because with you guys, the reason I ask that is, you're not old. I mean, you're like my age, but Addict's starting in 2012, right? That's the first official year starting? 2010. So you're definitely...
The first release was... we recorded the first stuff in 2011, and in the beginning of 2012 we released our demo. But it was recorded in 2011.
But you guys aren't in the norm to where like a lot of bands when they start, they're teenagers. You're already grown-ass adults. So that's kind of what I'm asking, like, did you guys know each other as teenagers, or you met each other as adults?
I dated a girl, like only one time. It was horrible, but anyway. And she really hated my voice. But her ex-boyfriend was really into like high-pitched voices. So she sent it my older band back then, the demos to him.
What band's that? Like, it doesn't say on Metal Archives like you actually recorded. So was it like you singing in the shower or what?
No, the sound is okay, but I'm not that proud anymore of the song material and stuff.
Okay.
It's not. I think it's far superior.
But I mean, is there actual releases out there? Are there like a demo?
No releases. We recorded it and then we disbanded, like not in a good way, so we never released it. But anyway, so the guy talked to me over like ICQ back then, and I was talking to him, this ex-boyfriend, the girl. And it's a weird story. And I told him that I'm looking for a new band, and he was a friend of Katte, and so we met. Yes.
So, but the ex-boyfriend, he kind of hooked it. Like he liked your voice, even though you
really liked it. The girl really hated me. She only wanted my body, you know.
Oh shit!
No,
got rid of her. Got her out of the house. Got her off your fucking. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get her out. Yeah. You could have been tied down to that still. And then
harassment.
And you would have never started the band because you're like, oh man, I suck. Peer pressured out of it. girlfriend told me I suck.
Yeah. Oh, it was funny. It was funny because so many girls. It's so long time ago, like in 2010, and she was really like into like deep manly voices, like Typo Negative and stuff, and listening to him, and then I came up with my high-pitched falsetto, and that was really not a thing.
So then the ex-boyfriend sent Kelly over to you, Tim. Like, did you already start the band Attic then? Like, but you're just writing for it, or you're just looking to start a band, or?
No, I wasn't looking to start a band because I always played in a band with Max back then.
You were a Max back then?
Yes.
We left my band to join Attic.
Which band was that then?
It was called Eraser. It's a Black Thresh band.
Black
Okay,
Thresh.
okay.
Okay. So yeah, I was pretty mad at it. No, I wasn't.
And
Made up, anyways.
And I also played at Warhammer with Chris as a teenager and young adult.
And I played in Blood Atonement with Max, actually.
Yeah, so
it's
so
quite
we,
awesome.
Okay.
so
It's
we
in
really
the band
knew
incest in
each
the
other
area is insane.
long before Attic.
You know.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I didn't knew Master Cagliostro and this common friend. He sent me the song, and I was like, "Whoa, sounds like Hellstar or Judas Priest. Which band is it?" Because I wanted to buy the record or something. And he was like, "He's a friend of mine." He thought you were a friend, and he's looking for a band. And I wasn't prepared to join a new band, and I was, how the fuck? But after listening to this demo a couple of times, I knew, I have to go in contact with this one and form a band. And
I was really desperate, so I was like pushing him, like let's do this.
Because you really wanted to start a band.
Yes, with proper musicians, and I had so many bad experiences with other musicians.
I believe it.
That it took me like 10 or 12 years.
Well, so then the two of you found each other. Now the other guys that are no longer in the band, how did you scout them out? Did you already know them? Like, you obviously needed a drummer and a bass. Like, how did you end up finding, like...
we were a big circle of friends.
You just asking around, like, hey, we're starting a band?
Our old guitar player, Rob, was from the same hometown as me, and we were go swimming, going to concerts and stuff. So I asked him if he wanted to join some 80s US metal high-pitched voice band with horror themes and stuff, and he was like, yeah, of course. We needed a drummer, so I asked the former drummer of the band of Eraser with Max. Roman became our first drummer, and the first bass player was also a friend from another band, from Iron Cobra, where he's playing bass, and he's got a small tape label, I think. And he wanted to make a press of our first release before we just wrote a song. So he joined us as a bass player to make a demo release of us. And so we found each other in the same circle of friends.
Okay. So I got to ask for the fans, because I got asked literally 3 times today, and I've been asked multiple times in email, and we briefly talked about it, but I didn't know where you guys stood on it. It's kind of a business question, but I think the fans want to know. I was talking to Van Records, and we were restocking the 3 albums. And he's like, oh, they're all sold out now. Because we restocked it a bunch of times, not shit anymore. I was like, well, if you're up for it, I was like, Hells Headbangers would license it from you and do a CD LP of each when you repressed. He's like, that's good, that's kind of cool. He's like, but I was going to repress them too anyways. So if you're going to repress them, I'll just go restock from you. Do you know, have you talked to him, like, do you know if he is repressing them anytime in the future, like soon? Because everyone keeps asking me, like, when do you get more Attic? When do you get more Attic? I was like, dude, I don't know. I was like, he said he's repressing them, but is that like, hey, I'm repressing next month? Or is that I'm repressing in 5 years? Like, I don't know what that means. He didn't say. So do you happen to know? Because I get, like I said, I got asked even 3 times a day, when do you get more Attic in stock? I was like, well, technically it's all sold out, even from the label.
I know. But unfortunately, you have more information than I have.
Oh,
actually,
oh shit, okay.
Well, it's true, because I don't know. I have to ask him if it's already in the making. And will ask him like right when we are back in Germany, so that because it takes like five months sometimes to get a press. It's not finished in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we better do it now.
Yeah.
Because it's already sold out, so that's a problem. So yeah, I will inform you how.
Okay. Because hopefully if you press, especially for the vinyls, it'd be cool if he does a different color this time. I like
He
it.
always does.
Yeah.
Always an alteration to the different press.
Yeah. I guess, since you didn't get much info too, I guess I'll follow up and ask, hey, if you are repressing, when do you want to? And again, the offer stands. If you don't want to repress, we can pay you a licensing fee. We'll just press, 1,000 CDs, 500 LPs of each. I would love to. I just, license from Van Records. Because we've licensed tons of stuff from Metal Blade, Relapse Records, tons,
I will talk to him. Maybe this is a better solution for him, but I have to talk to him first.
It could be, too, because it seems like he shipping the big boxes to us too, because we buy a bunch. Once it seems like that's a pain in the ass because it takes a while for him to.
Right, maybe it's more like financially better to
pay a licensing fee.
Yes, and you can press them here instead of shipping like for a lot of costs.
Right. Yeah. So
I may have to talk to him.
I didn't know if he knew like that's where my offer stood because I mentioned it, and with he even said an email like obviously. I mean, I knew English wasn't his first language, but I get the vibe he speaks less than you guys too. I get that impression. So I didn't know if he fully understood what I meant. And people constantly, I get asked all the time, they email me, what the fuck, man, you talk about Attic all the time, you don't even have it in stock. I was like, well, we did have it in stock, well, why don't you get more? I was like, now I just got to have a template email so I can copy and paste it. I'm sorry.
Well, I will take care of it.
Okay. Yeah. And so then you guys think too, what, by 2025? Before 2030, do you think you'd have another album out? And I'm not saying so, that seems kind of realistic, right? That's not.
No, the other guys they have sunglasses on, but I know the look.
2030 new album.
Glasses, yes.
I'm up for it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm lying again, but yes.
Again.
We try our very best, or at least I try my very best to be a little faster this time, because I already have a lot of ideas. Maybe it can be a concept, maybe not. I'm not finished with the thought process, but they get a heart attack when I say a concept album, because this is even more time consuming, obviously. So yeah, we will see.
But if you were to do the idea of a concept, do you even have an idea of a topic of what concept it would be? Like obviously you don't have the lyrics and stuff, but do you even have a topic that you're like, I'd be interested in writing specifically about that?
Yes.
You do? Okay, you do. Okay.
Of course, yes. And it's even better to have like one song to catch up the mood of the song, to get like pictures in your head, and then you think, oh, that's a good concept. And then you think of a specific how this short image, this story can unfold. So, and then I do the concept like this. Not like without music and just saying, okay, the next album has to be this concept.
Yeah.
Because I have to listen to the music first.
See how it feels.
But I have on my shelf a lot of ideas.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the right music. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys play tomorrow, and is there anything like I don't know? I guess maybe after this will go up that you guys people can expect like just business as usual, or you guys got anything like maybe songs you haven't done in a long time planned, or oh man.
Yeah, I'm talking too much.
I know.
Again.
I know exactly.
I mean, first of all, playing the second time in the US is very special for us, and we think it's an honor to be here again and to get the chance to play in another state than Hells Heroes last year.
Well, I guess that's cut you off, but like when you got the news, obviously I asked, and I was in contact with Mika, your manager, and I asked, they're into it. Like when you guys got asked, like presented to him, did you know it was me that interviewed you? Like that was who was looking to do it?
Yeah.
And the whole idea of it, were you guys like, fuck yeah, I'm definitely doing this? Or we're like, it's one show, like we on the fence? Or like, what was your initial reaction? Were you like, I'd rather go there for 5 or 6 dates, or this is awesome? Like, what was your guys'
first impression? Was, of course, we do it because not every band gets a chance to do it, so we have to face it, of course, and we're having a great time here. So we haven't, so that came true. We try to make a bit more out of it, but yeah, this time it didn't work. But we are really excited to be here and and honored to be invited by you. So
Yeah, because technically, like I said, not technically you are, it's the first time in the U.S., but like you're the headlining band, you know. And I asked if you guys could do a 75-minute set. I don't know if that's too much to ask for. I thought that'd be perfect because, you know, headlining band and your songs are a little longer.
Yes.
So because outside that, it just seems like a lot of mandatory hits get left off, in my opinion. Because I remember you guys saying that at Hells Heroes, you guys played 45 minutes.
Yes. Yep.
And I think it was Tim, you guys like, yeah, we can't do There Is No God, songs like that, so long.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And he's like, but, you know, so we got, so I was like, I don't know if that's asking too much, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Callie had some fucking hottest ass wings, maybe you can't do it, I don't know.
Yeah, but the 75 minutes is quite comfortable with doing the set list.
Have you ever done that long, you guys?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Last year we played in Essen in a very famous venue in Zeche Karl.
Where's that?
Zeche Karl in Essen in my hometown.
Oh, okay.
It's where all the big shows from Creator and sort of started in the 80s. So that was a good one. So we have some songs we didn't play in a long time. So
that you're doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool.
So yeah, we are really looking forward to it. So.
Yeah, so am I. I think a lot of the out-of-towners you guys saw, you got to meet some of them. I think they're...
And playing with Profanatica and Evil Army is also really
cool. Did you get to... did you get to meet Evil Army?
No,
fuck, where were you, man? I interviewed Rob. Rob Evil. I
was busy talking and walking around and drinking beer. So.
Yeah.
Mostly drinking beer.
No, they were here. I think they left, but
maybe you met him.
Yeah, maybe I met him. I don't know.
Yeah. But you guys got to watch. You're not familiar with that? They're my homeboys, and I'm a fan of their music. The band that's playing. I think they're playing third. I think the Lurking Corpses from Indiana. Do you know that? I asked because you have a Misfits tattoo. It's a very Misfits influence.
I checked it out, but I can't remember. But I will check it out tomorrow.
Well, as I say, you guys definitely got to watch them. You're going to be fucking air guitaring that all the way back to Deutschland on that fucking plane. So I highly recommend checking them out. And nothing else, you're entertaining as fuck live.
But I'm waiting getting back to Deutschland after our show. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. Is there anything any of you guys want to end off with this? I'll end it here, but like, I know JP's not super talkative, but maybe he wants to end off with something. Maybe you got another band you're doing, another project, anything you want to shout out or advertise, anything?
Not right now, but honestly, I just want to thank you for just the fact that so many people that we met today here were telling us like we only know you because of your work. Really thank you. You're doing a great job for us here promoting the band, and it was really great to see all the people here. So many people that wanted to have their shit signed, and really thank you for that.
Of course, thank you.
That's highly appreciated, I would say. And I think I speak for all of us in that one. We talked about it a few times already, and that's really thank you, man.
Yeah, I think all of us are gonna, like I said, I don't fully know what to expect tomorrow, but I think I have a good feeling for it.
Yeah,
for you guys, everything. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, same here. I mean, we obviously don't know what to expect before we travel to a show, but this will be. I think it will be pretty sweet, and a lot of people I didn't expect that many people to even have the LPs and everything. Wow, that was impressive.
I was thinking that you guys are potentially making history if I do this for every year for the next 10 plus years. You guys did the headline the very first one.
Yeah.
Not that means anything, but I'm just saying.
Oh, it does. It does actually.
Remains to be seen.
What about you, Chris? Anything you want to end with? Shout out with?
Oh, that's a difficult question. But what JP said, like it's great to have people like you in this scene, like overseas, to really like living for such music. I mean, it's still I would consider us as more or less small band, but still it's great like to have people like you getting us over and doing all the struggle and giving us a great time to doing this, because it's for us it's like not a job, like it's an extended hobby. We always say like something like that. It's more or less like a job, but not that we get paid for it. So it's great to have people like you giving bands the opportunity, having a great time here. And actually, when you asked before, like because of touring everything, we do so many single shows all over the place, like all over the year, like driving 6 hours to Dresden, I don't know, or maybe like 10 hours to Vienna or something like that. and it's always like single show, not always, but most of the time. Of course, the tour is always cool, but on the other hand, you always have this opportunity to really dedicate yourself to this show. You know what I mean? Like we arrived here yesterday, had a good night out, like had a good breakfast today, and this whole day here and tomorrow. You have way more time to not stress and hustle.
Yeah,
you know,
no, yeah.
touring is always stressful.
Yeah, just
you lack of
go.
sleep,
Like,
you lack of water, you lack of everything, and in the meantime you're just waiting and get bored. So and you can't. Of course, you can appreciate it, but you as well cannot go like, I don't know, 20, 30 kilometers to see something nice in the city or something, because you have to be there, you have to sound check and everything. So it's cool to be just here, like enjoy like a little bit of American spirit, and just enjoy it. It's more or less like a holidays, like and playing in such a long set is great actually as well. So I think we're all gonna have a good night tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, as far as the set tomorrow too, I mean, I told it. I think there's an email, but I sent it to Cagliostro too. I'm having the actual show recorded by film, and that'll go on the channel. But also too, I'm having the sound guy. I hired a sound guy to record it. He's the current guitar player in Nunslaughter, and he owns his own studio. He's doing the sound, and I told him specifically record their set from the goddamn soundboard. And then if it sounds good, if you guys like it playing, I was like, I think it would be cool is to put it out as like a double LP, like just a limited 500 LPs, just to commemorate if you guys like your performance, everything. And he's like, yeah, if they're playing like that after, he's like, I could literally master it in the studios, like it'll sound amazing. So if you guys are satisfied with your performance and everything, I think it'd be cool as fuck, because I love shit like that. And
we are never satisfied with the performance. We are never satisfied, but we tried not to be that picky with
too picky, yeah.
We tried to not fuck it up completely.
Maybe for a limited picture disc or something.
Yeah,
We'll see.
But it'd be cool to commemorate it, because I'm a big fan of collecting bootlegs and shit like that, vinyls and lives. But to be official and just memory that's just as something like myself, like that's something like I would buy, like if someone put out, even if I didn't put the show on, someone else put on, I'm 100%. That's a record I would go and buy. So I don't know, just an idea. So we'll see where that goes. But nonetheless, at least the show for people that couldn't make it, it will be recorded. The guy that shot that interview with you out there, he's right there. That guy, he'll be recording every band, and I'll put that as each day video. So people that can at least see the whole set, unless they couldn't make it, just people all over the world watch the channel, and they can experience and at least get to enjoy it that way. All right. But yeah, that's all I got, you guys. For guys, if one of the goddamn cameraman's gonna show off this video, hey, cameraman, we're done here. God damn it. Later.